Good evening and welcome. Welcome to Divine Healing Valley Spirituality and Healing Meet. So I welcome all the guests and all the regular participants today, and a very, very happy Krishna Janmashtami to all of you. And today we are here into the 8th limb of Ashtanga Yog, says Patanjali's Ashtanga Yog. We are into the 8th limb, which is the Samadhi state. And of course, that means we have covered the first 7 steps. Who is the brave one who is going to tell me what are the 7 steps? Who remembers it? We had a break last week, but anybody who can list out the 7 limbs that we have covered so far. So you can start off. First limb. कौन बोलना चाहेंगे? फिर अटक गए? Again stop?
No. Okay. No. It's working.
Yeah. So somebody who wants to share that? Anybody who is aware of the 7 steps, you can refer to your notes. The regular participants. Open book question.
Sanjay sir.
हाँ जी, कौन बोलना चाहेंगे? Nobody. Okay. Amit ji, you can.
Is it Yama?
Correct. So Yama, and why are you doubtful? You should be saying that very confidently, right? The first step is Yama or Yam, we call that. And the 5 sub-steps. Of course, we are not going to do a recap of that. I'm just giving you the broad outline of it. Okay. So Yama and the 5 steps. 5 sub-steps. That is Yam. And then we have Niyam. Again, 5 subsets of that. So first step is Yam, then Niyam. Then we have Asan, which is posture. So Yam and Niyam are basically the rules. Some ground rules, the basic knowledge, you can say. Foundation for the Ashtanga Yoga. Actual yogic postures are taken care of in the 3rd step, which is called Asan. Right? So Asan or the posture is the 3rd step. Then we know 4th is the Pranayama, the breath work. So these are the first 4 steps, which are called the outer limbs of Ashtanga Yoga. And there normally what we practice is the 3 and 4, posture and pranayama, which we normally see all the sadhaks taking their yoga mats, going to the parks, and then sitting down there in a posture and then doing the pranayama, correct? After the asanas and all that. So that is what is the outer limb. After that, we have the 5th step, which is the pratyahar, turning inside. So the mind is turned inside. That is the 5th step, pratyahar. Then we have the Sanyam state. Sanyam is basically the other 3 steps joined together, which is Dharana, Dhyan, and Samadhi. So we already covered Dharana. We have covered Dhyan, which is meditation. Broadly, loosely called as meditation, but it is actually Dhyan. And then we have Samadhi. So this is our journey. We have covered the 7 steps in our 7 sessions. And today is the 8th and the final session where we are going to cover the Samadhi state. Right? Everybody okay with that? Any questions? Anybody has anything to share, please go ahead. And we will see what is the preparation required for the Samadhi state. And then we are also going to look at what are the technical knowledge that you need to know about Samadhi. Okay? Yes. So, kaun bolna chahenge? And please go on mute if there is a disturbance. Okay? Only when you want to share, you can unmute yourself and share. All right. So,
I think, can I? Okay, I want to, first of all, welcome another guest of mine, which is Rituparna ji. Okay. He's also a healer into spiritual practices. So I attended one of his meditation sessions online even today morning. So I requested him, and he's agreed to join. So he also conducts big and small. He has been a TEDx speaker also. Thanks, Ritu, for joining.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, Amit ji.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the session, and please feel free to share your views whenever you are comfortable. Right?
Yeah, I want to just take a few seconds just to bring everybody on the same page, especially because I see there are so many new guests today. So it's a Wednesday evening session that we conduct between 9 to 10 p.m. Every week, usually there's a different spiritual topic. In the last 7 weeks, we have discussed the 7 different steps of Ashtanga Yoga. And today's topic is Samadhi. And next time it will change once again. Thank you. Back to you, sir.
And just building on that, we have earlier covered the Bhagavad Gita wisdom, which was of 18 chapters in 18 sessions. So we have done that. So those who are interested can check the YouTube links, which are there. which is open for public view. So all of you can go there and see those Bhagavad Gita wisdom again as a form of discussion. If you're looking for Sanskrit shlokas, you will be disappointed because there are no Sanskrit shlokas there unless they are the real important ones. Otherwise, it was just the basic wisdom of those chapters which were discussed, and we got the values and applied that in our life. So that is how we move in the programs, right? All right, good. So anybody who wants to share something? Otherwise, we move on with the basic necessities of the stage of Samadhi. How do you prepare for Samadhi? That will be the first question for all the sadhaks. So how many of you are broadly aware of at least asana, pranayam, meditation? We all do that in our own ways, right? How many of you? Hello. Hello. Yes. Please go on mute if there is a disturbance. Yeah.
I think VP sir wanted to say something, but there was a sound in his background. VP
Yeah,
sir.
I get that. So VP Singh ji, आपको थोड़ा सा wait करना पड़ेगा. When there's a bit of a silence, then you can go ahead and share. Yes. You can unmute and share whenever you are okay. And yes.
नहीं सर, अभी तो टॉपिक चल रहा है because you asked the question कि who is aware, so I just shared my hand कि yes, I have some idea.
Okay,
from Hitesh, then I have gone through Patanjali Yoga Darshan. So, wonderful experience of this.
Great. So let us look at the preparation which is required for somebody to move up to the stage of sadhana, or moving up the stage of sadhana from dharana, dhyan to samadhi. So we are going to first look at who are at the level of meditation or dhyan. That is the first step. Because unless you have reached the stage of dhyan, you cannot think of samadhi. Right? So what are the basic steps which are important for samadhi or the meditations? That is what we will be looking at. So first of all, let us look at the outer limb. Yam and Niyam are the foundation which helps you to do the asana and the pranayam properly. How many of you are aware of this? जब आप आसन और प्राणायाम कर रहे हैं तो यम और नियम का जो बेसिक फाउंडेशन है, इंफॉर्मेशन है, that will help you to go to a posture. So you do all kind of asana, vyayam, turning your body forward, bend backwards, and all these postures that we do. Finally, to sit in a posture of say lotus position, या पद्मासन या अर्ध पद्मासन में बैठ के हम 1 घंटा 2 घंटा 3 घंटा आराम से बैठ के पोस्चर में आराम विदाउट एनी डिस्कम्फर्ट, एंड वी कैन सिट स्टेबल. तो आसन की परिभाषा क्या है? स्थिरम सुखम आसनम. स्टेबिलिटी एंड कंफर्ट, दैट इज द बेसिक डेफिनेशन ऑफ आसन. तो हम पद्मासन में बैठ गए और हमने क्या करना शुरू किया? प्राणायाम करना शुरू किया, ब्रेथ वर्क. Why is breath work important? We will come to that. But right now, that is the stage that we are when we are looking at sitting in a posture and we are practicing pranayam. How many of you have done that? And if not any detailed version of pranayam, at least anulom vilom you should be able to do at least for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes is necessary, because you are focusing on your breath, which is very, very important. Yes? Okay. So that is the first important step of pranayam. Posture and pranayam is very, very essential if you are thinking of going forward in your spiritual journey. Then you turn your mind inwards, pratyahar and dharana. We saw that. Dharana is basically you are fulfilling all the desires or the intentions that you have in your life. It could be in the form of health. I want to attain perfect health, or in the area of wealth, job, career, promotion, business, or it could be in the form of relationships. So happy married life, things like that. Good relationship with friends, family members, relatives, neighbors, office, colleagues, and all that. So health, wealth, and relationships, whatever intentions you have to or desires you have to fulfill, all these will be fulfilled at the level of dharana. So you turn your mind inwards and you generate so much of power that you are able to go to the steps of dharana, and then you move on to meditation, which is dhyan. Dhyan is important. So the two important, you can say, practices that you will have to keep up is your breath work and meditation. How many of you are clear on this? Meditation और breath work बहुत जरूरी है अगर आप spirituality में आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं. तो अगर आप ये नहीं कर रहे हैं तो you can say tata, see you, bye bye to your spiritual journey of moving to samadhi state at least. Now you be happy where you are. प्राणायाम करें, प्राणायाम में खुश हैं. मेडिटेशन नहीं होता, प्राणायाम करते रहिए, क्योंकि आपको वहां पे पहुंचने में टाइम लगेगा. प्राणायाम और मेडिटेशन दोनों कर रहे हैं तो आप एटलीस्ट तैयार हैं meditation की intensity में जाने के लिए. So that will be the first step. So now let me ask some of all of us, if you can share where you are in terms of breath work, and that means pranayam and dhyan. We will talk technical. So pranayam and dhyan. We will not say breath work. We will not say meditation. Yeah, it is in Sage Patanjali's terminology. It is pranayama and dhyan. So what is your experience of these two? And then I will share about a particular program which is absolutely built on this or these two parameters. And I will share something about that. And there is also an event which is coming up. So in case you're interested, you can participate in that and take your journey to a very, very different level. But before that, let me have some people share. कौन बोलना चाहेंगे? Pranayam and meditation experience. Sorry, pranayam and dhyan experience. Yes, Taranum ji. You want to share something?
Yeah, can I? Yeah. Yeah, I want to share. So whenever I try breathing exercise, so whenever I feel any burden inside me, so I feel very relaxed while breathing before meditation. So I've just
VP Singh, sir. Okay.
Hello.
So today we have very, yeah, you're back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, good. Sorry. Taranum ji, I missed out. So if you can just summarize whatever you shared.
Yeah, I just said that whenever I feel burden inside me and I start breathing, so I feel very relaxed. And
Very relaxed.
after
Okay.
that,
Yeah.
and after that, when I meditate, because I cannot meditate more than 5 minutes. So at that point of time, also I feel very relaxed, calmness inside me, also in my head. So this is what I have experienced.
Very good. So let's acknowledge Taranum ji, good experience, and all the experiences are really, really important for you because that is your unique experience. So don't go by what others have to say. You go by your own experiences. That will be the right way to approach. Right? Okay. Very good. Anybody else who would like to share? और कोई बोलना चाहेंगे अपना experience? Pranayam and dhyan. Come on, all of you must be ready for it, right?
I think we've got a lot of people who are currently today, Mr. Sharma to Mr. A.K. Agarwal to Rutu, everybody does. VP Singh, so these are experts who do it.
So whatever is your experience, we can share that, and then we move on. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes is actually less for you to actually move ahead in the spiritual journey. So I would say at least 15 minutes of pranayam every day will be a good timing to start. And of course, you need to practice at least half an hour of meditation. So you will be sitting in that posture for about 45 minutes. 15 minutes you do pranayam, and then you move on into meditation. Or yeah, that will be the right combination initially. Later on, it has to go to further depths, right? Okay. Anybody else who would like to share? Otherwise, we move on. Yes, Gunjanji, go ahead.
Sir, initially when I used to do meditation, I never used to do pranayam. But then I tried it with pranayam, and meditation used to go around 15 to 20 minutes. But after doing pranayam, for the first experience was this, that I never knew where was I. And I got up after 45 or 50 minutes. Like the duration was very long.
Very good.
So
Very good experience.
Yes.
Very good experience. Let's acknowledge Gunjanji and Taranumji. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else who has any experience? Whatever you want to share? Yes, Amitji, go ahead.
So in my case, whenever I start to meditate, I make sure that I have got an hour with me at least. I start to focus on the breath primarily, which is more of body and the physical level. And then for about first 5 minutes, the breath and some thoughts do come in, and it continues for maybe about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I try to bring focus on my breath, seeing it through the nostrils, as slowly as if there is a thread which is entering the needle. वो सुई में धागा पिरोना जिसको बोलते हैं. And sometimes it happens that after spending 15-20 minutes, mostly the thoughts stops to come anymore. All the thoughts probably get tired, and maybe I get immune to the new thoughts. All imagination, etc., they come and they become done with. And then so I usually feel, I maybe focus too much on the chakras, and I really feel that there is some consciousness which is moving inside. And when I hold the breath, so after, let's say, a long inhale and small inhale, whatever, there are times when it happens when I stop the breath for about maybe 10 seconds to about 20, not more than that. Then that is the time when I think that I get into a timelessness.
Yeah, wait. Let's not talk of time. I'm just talking about pranayama and meditation. Stick there.
So meditation. So this is it not meditation?
It is meditation, but after the pranayama, you have to slip into the meditation. So I'll just explain that clearly. It will be clearer. Sure. Okay. But what you're doing is absolutely good. I know, Mamaji, what you're doing. I know your practices. So it is good. Yeah. So right now I want to take all the people. There are many new people also. So I have to take them slowly to the next step. So we will not talk of timelessness. It's actually samadhi. So we will not talk of that right now. I'm talking of only pranayama and meditation as such. Yeah. So we can distinguish it and move forward on that. So very good, Amiji. That is the very powerful experience that you just shared.
All of you,
yeah. So let us look at how do you move forward into that? Okay. So when you are doing in a posture, you're sitting in a posture and you are doing pranayama. So you're focusing on everything on the breath. And at any one point of time, you can only have one thought. How many of you agree with me? All the multitaskers, big challenge for you. At one point of time, you can have only one thought. You can have chain of thoughts coming one after the other, but at one particular thought, at one particular time, only one particular thought will come. Correct? Now, if you start counting your breath, so you breathe in to the count 4, and then you breathe out to the count of 8. You cannot have any other thought. So you don't have to struggle with the thoughts. You just have to focus on one particular thought. Okay. So the best way to do pranayama and to move into meditation is start counting your breath when you are doing the pranayama. So we normally say the ratio of pranayama is of Anulom Vilom. Normally that is the pranayama which is recommended before meditation. So it goes to 1:4:2. Everybody clear on this? 1:4:2. Ratio is 1:4:2. So if you breathe in 1 second, you hold it for 4 seconds and you exhale in 2 seconds. So ratio is 1:4:2. So if you are inhaling in 5 seconds, you hold for 20 seconds and then you exhale in 10 seconds. And then you keep continuing the process. Okay. So Anulom Vilom Pranayama, you will have to do that, but it is counting the breath. What does it do? It removes all the distractions and you are actually counting your breath, focusing on your breath. Okay. And then you slowly move into the state of meditation. Right? When your thought is only on the breath, slowly the breath will slow down and you will actually you will slip into the meditation. That is what I would normally use the term. It is very, very similar to what we do in sleep. What do we do in sleep? सोने के लिए हम क्या कोशिश करते हैं? We will compare that and it will become very clear. And for even the beginners, it will become very clear. What we do in the first step, close all the lights, switch off your TV, there are no external disturbances, na sound hai, na koi visuals hai. And then you take the posture of sleeping, correct? So you get ready with the pillow and then you sleep, lie down, and then you are thinking what? Ab neend kyun nahi aa rahi? That is the first thought that comes up. And then when you give up that thought also, then you slowly slip into the sleep, right? You actually never know when you fell asleep.
Sleep into the sleep.
You slip into the sleep without actually knowing the moment when you actually went into sleep. Because if you know, then you are awake. So you have to slip into it. So that is what I mean. When you are doing pranayama, you're sitting in a posture, you're doing pranayama, slowly the breath becomes slower, small, very deep, and slowly you will slip into that state of meditation. So let us understand this in the terms of sleep, because everybody sleeps, right? Everybody may not be meditating, but everybody goes through the sequence of sleep. तो पहले आप posture में आ गए, उसके बाद आपके थॉट्स कम होने लग गए, और जब थॉट्स कम हुए, वन पर्टिकुलर मोमेंट यू स्लिप इनटू दैट sleep mode. Then what happens? Now you are not awake. Now you are sleeping. In the sleep also there is a state which is called the dreams. बहुत सपने देखते हैं हम, तो सपने आने शुरू हो जाते हैं. Mind is still active. After some time what happens? सपने भी आने बंद हो जाते हैं. Then what happens? You are sleeping. Body is at rest. Mind is also at rest because there are no dreams now. Yes. And then you slip into the third state, which is the deep sleep. Correct? That is the experience, yes or no? And then you get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and then you say, wow, I slept for 6 hours. I was not aware of it. पता ही नहीं चला. घोड़े बेच के सो गए, बोलते हैं ना, घोड़े बेच के सो गया, 6 घंटे बीत गए, पता ही नहीं चला. You didn't realize that you were in deep sleep, but you actually went into deep sleep. Yes or no? Yes. So that is the state. In deep sleep, you are not aware of any experience. You are only aware of that when you come out of that deep sleep. And then you say, okay, I was in deep sleep for 6 hours. या थोड़े बहुत सपने आने लग जाते हैं, तो आपकी नींद थोड़ी सी डिस्टर्ब हो जाती है. Then you wake up. So the way you go in, that is the way you come out. And it is more or less the same thing when you're talking of meditation. Correct? आप waking state में हो, आप पोस्चर में बैठे, आपने प्राणायाम करना शुरू किया, और धीरे धीरे ब्रेथ बहुत डीप हो जाता है. You slip into the meditation state. You don't know when you actually start meditating. And then there is no experience for some time. And then when you come back, you have an experience. Okay, I have come back from there. And so there is a 2 hours of meditation or half an hour of meditation, which I have done. How many of you can connect with this? So initially, when you are in meditation, you will have no experience. Slowly, that intensity will go in. Slowly, that time period will increase. Intensity will go further. And you will have a deeper experience of meditation. But when you come back, you will have the benefits of it. Like after a deep sleep, you feel very rejuvenated, very relaxed, very energetic. Similarly, after the meditation, what will happen? You will feel very, very bubbly and excited, and you can see that energy on your face. So you will be actually relaxed, very peaceful, very joyful. All these benefits you will experience. How many of you can connect with what I'm saying? Yes? Yeah.
Yes,
so
sir.
if you have any questions, please ask, so that you are at least clear about. See, you may not be having the experience of meditation, but all of us have the experience of deep sleep. है कि नहीं? Deep sleep में तो सोए ही है ना, घोड़े बेच के सोते हैं ना हम लोग. तो उस experience को ध्यान से analyze करने की कोशिश करिए. Do you know the moment when you actually went to sleep? No. And do you know the experience of deep sleep? Deep sleep में कुछ experience हुआ है आपका कभी भी? हो ही नहीं सकता.
No, sir.
क्योंकि अगर experience है तो deep sleep नहीं है. Right? So in deep sleep, there is no experience. Similarly, in meditation also, there is no experience. But when you come back, you will have a lot of peace and joy and tranquility, you can say, and the energy on your face पे तेज आ जाएगा आपके थोड़ा. वो experience होगा बाद में. Yes? So somebody just share what is your experience of meditation now. If you're clear about this, you will have some idea about what happens in meditation. And this taken further will actually lead to samadhi. You need to understand where I'm trying to lead you. तो जो वो experience, जब आपको कोई experience ही नहीं था, जब आप थे ही नहीं, but आप हो, because your breathing is on, right? Deep sleep में भी आप हो, क्योंकि आपकी breathing चल रही है, body जिंदा है, लेकिन आपको कोई होश ही नहीं है. So body is set, you have transcended your body, you have transcended your mind, and you are into a deep sleep state. Similarly, in meditation, you have transcended your body, you have transcended your mind. Even the breath work is very, very less. So you are actually entering the deep state of meditation and touching the Turiya state. Turiya state is the state of the basic nature of you, the soul. Yeah, Turiya, actually the name comes from the state of the fourth. What is the fourth state? पहला state है waking state, second है dream state, third is the deep sleep state, fourth is Turiya. So Turiya is actually called the fourth. That is the translation. And that Turiya state is what you are trying to aim at in meditation. And the more you stay in Turiya state, you attain the Samadhi state. So you touch the Samadhi state and come back 15 minutes. With practice, half an hour, practice 1 hour. So slowly, as your meditation becomes deep, you tend to touch that Turiya state more often. And that is will lead you to the blissful state. So that is the process of preparation for the Samadhi state. Okay. So this is what you need to prepare and move on. So let's have some questions. Somebody who wants to share or ask any questions, please go ahead. And meanwhile,
सर मेरा
welcome Sanjay.
posture को लेके एक क्वेश्चन है कि वो जो posture आपने बताया है जिसमें हम प्राणायाम करते हैं उसके बाद जब मेडिटेशन स्टार्ट करते हैं तो 15 मिनट्स तो हम उसमें और बैठ सकते हैं, लेकिन जब सर ऐसा लगता है कि हमारा दिमाग तो वो मतलब वो तो चल रहा है दिमाग में जो हम सोच रहे हैं या मतलब कहीं खो गए, लेकिन वो जो पोस्चर है वो उस चीज को तोड़ देता है क्योंकि मतलब जैसे नहीं बैठ पा रहे हैं या मतलब
So your practice of posture is less. You have to practice more. आसन का मतलब ही यही है, जब हम थर्ड स्टेज पे आसन कर रहे हैं तो उसका मतलब यही है कि आप बॉडी को इतना फ्लेक्सिबल और इतना स्ट्रांग बना लेते हैं कि एक पोस्चर पे आप 1 घंटे से ज्यादा आराम से बैठ सकते हैं या खड़े हो सकते हैं. Earlier, as a corporate trainer, I would stand for hours and hours, 7-8 hours during the day, right? So your body should have the strength to keep in a posture for maybe 7 to 8 hours standing. ऐसे ही जब मेडिटेशन कर रहे हैं तो 1 घंटा बैठने की प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए. दैट इज पोस्चर. आसन के लेवल पे है. तो पहले वो पार्ट कंप्लीट करो.
हाँ जी, रुक गया है. He is back. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So this internet is playing hide and seek with me. Everybody can listen to me now? Can you listen to me now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
So yes, so somebody just remind me where I was when I was rudely disconnected. We were talking of yes.
Turiya.
Yeah, we're talking of Turiya state, but I think Priya had asked a question and I was answering it, right?
Yeah.
yes sir.
Yeah. So Priya, how much did you understand? And you can reframe your question. So I will start again. Hello. Hello. Am I audible or not?
Yes sir.
हाँ तो बोलो बताओ.
Yes sir. Yes
कहाँ
sir.
पे थे आप? Did you get your
सर
answer?
आप वही कह रहे थे कि प्रैक्टिस से ये
हाँ.
जी मैं
प्रैक्टिस
मतलब
से
ये
आप
सोच
अपना
रही थी
आसन पहले आसन ठीक करिए, उसके बाद प्राणायाम करिए
जी
और उसके बाद मेडिटेशन में जाइए. You can't do meditation without having a mastery on the आसन. वरना इधर खुजली उधर
Yes,
इधर इधर
sir.
इधर हाँ वो सब होगा तो कुछ नहीं कर पाओगे. आप बॉडी को ही ट्रांसेंड नहीं कर पा रहे, माइंड तो बहुत दूर की बात है.
यस सर.
तो पहले आउटर लिम्ब में आप बॉडी को कंट्रोल करते हो, इनर लिम्ब में जब आप आते हो इनवर्ट में टर्न करके माइंड को, तो आप माइंड को कंट्रोल करते हो. तो बॉडी और माइंड को ट्रांसेंड करोगे तभी तो मेडिटेशन होगा. तो आसन नहीं हो रहा है मतलब बॉडी लेवल पे आप कंट्रोल नहीं है.
यस सर. 30 मिनट से ज्यादा तो मैं उस एक ही पोस्चर में नहीं बैठ सकती.
प्रैक्टिस चाहिए ना, और कुछ नहीं. प्रैक्टिस चाहिए तो धीरे धीरे प्रैक्टिस करो, हो जाएगा. 30 करना बुरा नहीं है. You do 15 minutes of pranayam, 15 minutes of meditation. Slowly you will get increased. With practice you will increase the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
सर
Good.
शवासन भी तो एक आसन होता है.
No, that there you can't do. समाधि स्टेट में जाने के लिए वो नहीं चलेगा. You have to sit in a proper meditation posture, keeping your back, neck and head straight. Meditation का पहला रूल है.
Yes sir.
You have to keep your back, neck and head straight, vertical. That is when the energy will rise
Yes
up.
sir.
You need to understand when we're talking of samadhi, you're talking of raising your consciousness up your spine through the 7 major chakras. So the chakras have to be in vertical position, not horizontal. Shavasana में horizontal होता है. Shavasana is a good relaxation posture.
Okay sir.
Not a meditation posture. Guided meditation
Yes,
आप उसमें
sir.
कर सकते हो, which is a totally different ball game. शवासन में आप गाइडेड मेडिटेशन
कौन
सुन
सा
सकते हो. कोई भी गाइडेड मेडिटेशन लगा सकते हो. कोई कैसेट लगा लिया आपने यूट्यूब में और वो चल रहा है और आप लेट गए हो. रिलैक्सिंग है. That is a relaxation technique. Okay. So that is a different
Yes,
thing.
sir.
But if you want to move towards samadhi state as a spiritual journey, then you have to keep your back, neck and head straight in a vertical position. So that all your chakras are aligned in a vertical position. Right? Yeah, so you have to take
Okay,
care of
sir.
that. तो प्रॉपर मेडिटेशन में आपको पोस्चर में बैठना पड़ेगा. तो पद्मासन, अर्ध पद्मासन, सुखासन, ये सब कर सकते हैं आप. ओके. और
जी.
प्राणायाम तक तो आप कुर्सी पे बैठ के भी कर सकते हैं, लेकिन अगर आप मेडिटेशन कर रहे हैं, आई वुड सजेस्ट यू सिट ऑन अ योगा मैट ऑन द फ्लोर और इन द गार्डन. अगर आपका लॉन है वहां बैठेंगे आप, एंड प्रॉपर सीट पे बैठेंगे तब होगा. यस.
यस सर.
या
योगा
तो
मैट पे ही सर, पर 30 मिनट से मैं बैठ पाती हूँ, पर हो जाएगा
प्रैक्टिस के साथ धीरे धीरे हो जाएगा, आगे बढ़ाओगे.
यस सर.
That's good. Let's acknowledge Priya. Very good. Right. Anybody else who has anything to share? Anybody else who has to share? So welcome, welcome. Jasbir Singh ji, Jasbir Singh Chadda ji. Anything आपको कुछ share करना चाह रहे हैं तो share करिए.
Not yet. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Maybe
fine. So I'm putting
in
you
due
on
course
mute.
of
There is
time.
light. Yeah, that's fine. Welcome, welcome. Be there. Whenever you're comfortable, you can share. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Welcome, welcome, Sanjeev. Okay, so I hope everybody is clear on what we are discussing here. We are talking of, if you are going to prepare for the Samadhi state, the most important steps are pranayam and meditation. Everybody clear on this? अगर आपकी इस फील्ड में या इन दोनों जगह
Yes,
पे
sir.
अगर आपका मास्टरी नहीं है, then stop. First take mastery on in these steps. At least for 1 hour you should be able to combine लगा लो अगर आप, तो 15 मिनट प्राणायाम, 45 मिनट मेडिटेशन इज इम्पोर्टेंट. प्राणायाम और ध्यान के बाद ही आप समाधि स्टेट की तरफ बढ़ सकते हैं. Since not many of us have that experience, so I think I will stick here and let us talk on the practice of pranayam and dhyan, which is very, very important. Correct? Because this is also very powerful. Unless you do this, anyway, your journey is not going to move forward. So how many of you would be interested in a program where we can teach you not only the basics, but a wonderful way of enhancing your capabilities of pranayam and dhyan? How many of you are keen to know that? How many of you are keen to know that? Yes? Yeah. So we have a 3-day camp. We have a 3-day camp in Delhi. This is Telnet, and all the details can be told to you, and we will share that. But it is basically a 3-day camp of breath work, which is pranayam and dhyan. And that is very, very powerful. It's a 3-day camp on 6th, 7th, and 8th October. You have a lot of time to plan for it. And to tell you a little bit more about it, I will invite Sanjeev, if you would like to share something about this. And both of us are already registered. Amit ji has also registered in that, and I think Gunjan is also planning to get there. Yes. So we are all really, really excited and charged up for this event. So that is what I would like to share. So over to you, Sanjeev. Sanjeev, you would like to share something before we move on?
Hi, Shashi, and hello, everyone. I will say only one thing कि मैं अष्टांग योगा से connected हूँ since 2015. That means it's 8 years. Sorry, throat is not okay. 8 साल हो गए हैं जो अष्टांग योगा का मेरे को फर्स्ट सीड जब मिला था. I was sitting somewhere and एक मेरे को अचानक कोई बुक मिली थी जहाँ से मैंने अष्टांग योगा पकड़ा था. और वहां पर जब मैंने 8 स्टेप्स देखे, समझे थे, यम, नियम, आसन, प्राणायाम, 4th स्टेप. और 4th स्टेप के बाद फिर ध्यान वाज लाइक 7th स्टेप. एंड दैट्स वेयर इट ट्रिगर्ड मी कि क्या चीज है. व्हाई इज प्राणायाम द 4th स्टेप बिफोर मेडिटेशन? एंड देन आई केप्ट लर्निंग मोर, प्रैक्टिसिंग मोर. बिलीव यू मी, प्राणायाम हम लोग सब करते हैं, नोम लोम, कपाल भारती, बहुत सारी चीजें हम सब जानते हैं. बट व्हाट इज एग्जैक्टली अ पावरफुल मेथड ऑफ प्राणायाम एंड हाउ यू कैन यूज इट? आई एक्सपीरियंस दिस मेजरली आज से 2.5 साल पहले, when I actually attended first time about this life and breath course. They actually don't teach you just pranayam. It's 3 days pranayam, तो बहुत बड़ी बात है. They teach 8 methods of spiritual breathing. We are not teaching, neither me nor Shashi, nobody. We also student. This teacher is an expert teacher. They teach 8 styles of spiritual breathing. And उस spiritual breathing से बहुत सारे फायदे मिले. I can say, yes, that's great, Jasveer. But again, just see how you can manage everything. The point is कि 8 type of spiritual breathing से, if I can tell about myself, I had been always keeping my shape as a round shape, and I always used to be happy and saying that round is also a shape. Not necessarily I and X is the only shape. But when I started this spiritual breathing, बहुत बार मेरा उससे पहले शेप चेंज होता था, कम होता था, ज्यादा होता था, कम होता, ज्यादा होता था. बट स्पिरिचुअल ब्रीदिंग में जब ये 8 टाइप ऑफ ब्रीदिंग करी एंड रेगुलर प्रैक्टिस, permanently I'm into I shape now. Permanently I have not reverted back to round shape anymore. In spite कभी कभी खाना लूज हो जाता है, in spite कभी कभी थोड़ा सा control of other factors लूज हो जाता है, but it is not making any difference into my shape. And one, this is first one, and second, my body system, total body system जो है जिसके लिए हम लोग बार बार बहुत कुछ करते हैं, it has transformed drastically. And Shashi, while you're telling me, I have said nothing else. This is very, very powerful course. And if you can join, it would be so much glad. And we are excited, like Shashi said, we are excited because we learned this course online. And this time we are getting the first time opportunity to have it in Delhi. This organization, this is a non-profit organization. They are doing it for the first time. They charge hardly anything. They charge just 1,500 rupees for the course for teaching 8 types of spiritual breathing. And that's very powerful. I'll say, everyone, if you can join, do not miss this opportunity, because they all belong to Mumbai. The team belongs to Mumbai. They are coming to Delhi for the first time. Don't miss the opportunity. That's what I say. Shashi, you can share the link online. Amit, you have already joined and registered for it. It's going to be really fun and lot of real benefit. People say that there are lot of age-old issues that resolved because of life and breath. A lady of, I can say an example, who is around 70 years of age, she hardly used to walk. Now she walks very fast. And there are a number of examples. I don't want to say. आप लोग खुद जाइए, प्रतिबिंब website का नाम है. Shashi, you can share the link in the group, or I'll share the link. You'll find a lot of details out there. Go and find it there. I'll say must join for everyone. I have transformed a lot. Shashi has transformed a lot, I know. I know many more people who have transformed. Oh, that's it. So, if अगर आप लोगों को ये पसंद है अष्टांग योगा, तो 4th limb बहुत important है. For the ध्यान, carry on for that.
Perfect. Thank you, Sanjeev, for sharing that details. And those who want to join, this
Thank
is
you, Sanjeev.
yeah, you can visit the website
I am also coming.
Yes, I know that, Kunjan. Thank you very much. So you can see the website www.pratibimtrust.com. That is the website, and you can register for the program. All the details are available there. Yes, and those who are in the group, our DHV group, you will find the link there. I've already shared that link there, and I will share that again tomorrow so that all of you can just get a reminder. We still have a lot of time, and it's a wonderful, wonderful program. Just like Sanjeev said, we have done this all online for the last 2 years. I've been interacting with this my teacher and the whole group online, so it's a very good opportunity for us to meet offline and have a physical meet there. That's why I'm so excited about the event. Yes, so I was in fact one of the first few who registered into the program. So, and Amitji also was with me when he registered. Yes, so that is about breathwork. So that will give you a very strong foundation of the pranayama and the meditation. Right. Having said that, now let me tell you a little bit technical about the samadhi state. How many want to know what are the different types of samadhi? हाँ, कितने लोग जानना चाह रहे हैं और क्या होता है, प्रोसेस क्या है, तो मैं 5 में बता दूंगा. Then we will have discussions. Okay. The first thing that you need to understand is when you do breathwork and meditation, what happens? What happens is आपके चित्त में जितने भी कार्मिक इम्प्रिंट्स हैं, तामसिक हैं, राजसिक इम्प्रिंट्स हैं और सात्विक इम्प्रिंट्स हैं, राइट? वी ऑल नो अबाउट तमोगुण, रजोगुण एंड सतोगुण। तो ये जो भी कार्मिक इम्प्रिंट्स आपके जितने भी पास्ट लाइव्स हैं, उनके इम्प्रिंट्स आपके चित्त में भरे पड़े हैं, एंड that is why it is all clogged and clustered and all the blocks are there, karmic blocks, mental blocks, emotional blocks, all that, right? So one way to do that is we do that with the spiritual healing, right? So anybody who is into healing, spiritual healing, we know that we can clean that up with our spiritual healing, where you are using all the cleansing all the chakras and all the nadis in the pranamaya kosh. When you do the breathing, the breath work or the pranayam also does the same thing of cleansing the pranamaya kosh of all the chakras and all the nadis. तो breath work से आपके पूरे कार्मिक इम्प्रिंट्स जो हैं, जो चित्त में जो है, वो पूरे के पूरे डिसॉल्व होते हैं. And meditation. So breath work and meditation actually purifies your body and mind. That is the power of this program also. And this is actually what actually leads you to the rising of the consciousness through your spine or through your सुषुम्ना नाड़ी. वहीं पे हम बोलते हैं ना शक्ति का जागरण हो रहा है. तो कुंडलिनी शक्ति जागरण is actually rising of the consciousness through the Sushumna Nadi, which happens when the Ida and the Pingala are balanced, which means your left Nadi and the right Nadi, जो आपके तामस और रजस हैं, वो गुण जब बैलेंस हो जाते हैं, डोरमेंट हो जाते हैं, तब आपका जो ब्रेथ है वो सुषुम्ना नाड़ी से राइज होता है. And with the proper practice of pranayam and meditation, your Kundalini Shakti rises in this nadi. That is actually the technical part of samadhi. And as the consciousness rises from the Mooladhara, then to the Swadhisthana, then to the solar chakra, then Anahat chakra, then throat chakra, and third eye chakra. When the consciousness rises up to the third eye chakra, that is the first level of samadhi we call, right? So rising of the consciousness and settling of that energy at the Agya chakra or the third eye chakra, that is called the seated samadhi. That means इसको हम सबीज समाधि बोलते हैं. That means बीज सारे हैं, डोरमेंट हैं सारे बीज, और आपकी कॉन्शियसनेस फोकस्ड है कहाँ पे? थर्ड आई चक्र में. And the next level is called the nirbij samadhi, which is the seedless samadhi that goes at the crown chakra consciousness. Okay, so this is slightly technical, but if you can understand that, third eye chakra is called the seated samadhi, sabij samadhi, and crown chakra consciousness is called the nirbij samadhi or the seedless samadhi. So these are the two levels of samadhi which you can experience in this body itself. And of course, what you have heard about is a mahasamadhi. That happens when the soul actually leaves the body and goes to the higher realms, the astral realms, for further spiritual growth. That is the mahasamadhi. So that is a little technical about samadhi, those who are interested. Yes, so if you have any questions, you can ask me. I will be happy to answer that. Because that is a technical part of it. But again, before you go to samadhi, you have to practice and be an expert, or at least have some kind of expertise in the field of pranayam and dhyan. That is what is going to take you towards the turiya state leading to samadhi. And by the way, sabij samadhi से निर्बीज समाधि में जाने के लिए चित्त को पूरा जो सेट डोरमेंट है उनको पूरा जलाना पड़ता है. That is lot of hard work in spirituality. Okay, so that is a technical about samadhi. So let's have some people ask question. Yeah, we still have some time. So anybody who has any question, please go ahead. Yes, Anil Kumar ji, any question? किसी का भी कोई सवाल हो समाधि से रिलेटेड या मेडिटेशन से रिलेटेड?
Sir,
Yeah. Go ahead,
what
go ahead.
is Mahasamadhi like you explained?
Only those experience में कुछ नहीं है. एक्सपीरियंस में नहीं होगा, बट टेक्निकली बता सकता हूँ, क्योंकि ओनली एक्सपीरियंस में मैं वही बता सकता हूँ जहाँ तक मैं हूँ. सो इफ यू आस्क मी अबाउट द सबीज समाधि टू थर्ड आई चक्र, आई कैन टेल यू दैट बिकॉज उसका एक्सपीरियंस है. Okay. But if you're talking of technical, I can tell you Mahasamadhi, you leave the body. That means the soul leaves the body and goes to the higher realms for further spiritual journey. इस body में जो होना तो हो गया, अब इस body की जरूरत नहीं है. So the soul decides to leave the body. So all the Mahasamadhis taken by
So it
our
happens.
spiritual gurus.
Big yogis only. Only Mahasamadhi is taken only by yogis, or
Yeah, by the time you are a
simple.
yogi, anybody who goes to the level of Mahasamadhi will be a yogi. So we can look at the if you read the book Autobiography of a Yogi, there are many
Yeah.
stories of Paramahamsa Yogananda who took Mahasamadhi, right? So they are
Yeah.
saying that I'm going to leave the body, and then they go into the Samadhi state, and after 13-14 days they leave the body, like that. So it is a planned way of Mahasamadhi. Is when you enter into Mahasamadhi, knowing very well that you are not going to come back. You're going to leave the body and move into the astral plane. So obviously वो कोई सिद्ध योगी ही कर सकता है. But initially for our sadhaks, we can say that Sabhij Samadhi or the third eye consciousness is good enough for this lifetime. I can assure you that much. Right? तो इसमें आपको करना है क्या, आपके तामसिक नेचर जो है वो डोरमेंट होने चाहिए, आपके राजसिक जो क्वालिटीज हैं वो डोरमेंट होनी चाहिए, एंड यू शुड बी लिविंग ए लाइफ ऑफ कंप्लीट सत्वगुण में. So you are established in Satogun, which is the third eye chakra consciousness, and you will be called maybe Ekagrachit. That is the quality we talk of a third eye. Chit ekagra hai, pura 100% concentrated hai in Satogun. That is the definition of Sabhij Samadhi or the third eye chakra consciousness. Correct? So you can say Sthit Prag is another way of defining that state. You are steady in the divine wisdom. आप डिवाइन विजडम से नीचे उतरने के लिए बिल्कुल भी तैयार नहीं है. यू आर एब्सोल्युटली फिक्स्ड देयर. थोड़े चक्रा कॉन्शियसनेस से ही आप लाइफ को ऑपरेट करेंगे. And your mind is like a razor sharp, highly focused. You are getting the divine intuitions. The divine will be constantly in touch with you in the sense that you will get the what to do, what not to do by the divine. So that is a very powerful state to be in. The same state where we all do the healing. So since you're in the healers program, you can relate with it. So when we connect with the divine and you're in a state of bliss, and then we connect with the divine and do the healings. So all the magical healings can happen from there, that consciousness. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Good. Very good. Very good, Kunjanji. So that clears the doubt, I suppose. Or any other question you have?
No, sir.
Shashi,
Perfect.
can I say what you are saying? I have to understand this in a better way. So 8th step of लिंग जो समाधि है उसके 3 steps हैं. First step सबीज, दूसरा step निर्वीज, और उसके बाद महासमाधि.
Correct.
That's the process. Nobody can reach to Mahasamadhi directly. Can we say that?
Yeah. Obviously.
Okay. 8A, 8B, 8C.
Yeah, you can look at it that way. Yeah. So actually, it is 1 and 2, and when you have done that enough in stage 2, so Nirvit Samadhi जो है, तो असंप्रज्ञात समाधि भी बोलते हैं. Yeah. कोई संप्रज्ञात समाधि and संप्रज्ञात समाधि. कोई seed and seedless बोलते हैं. कोई सबीज निर्बीज बोलता है. It's the same thing. कोई सविकल्प समाधि और निर्विकल्प समाधि बोलते हैं. Basically, there are 2 distinctions. One is the seeds are dormant, and the second, there are no seeds. All the seeds are burnt. These are the only 2 differences. एक में चित्त एकाग्र चित्त है और दूसरे में चित्त निरुद्ध चित्त है. निरुद्ध चित्त means completely burnt off. Nothing is there. चित्त is बिल्कुल clear. That is when you attain the Nirbij Samadhi, and then you are ready for that Mahasamadhi. At the right time, you will go. And by that time, the yogi knows when he has to take the Mahasamadhi. So effort is on to first get to the Sabhij Samadhi, and then make continuous progress by hitting the Turiya state again and again and again, so that you can cleanse your chit and make it Niruddha chit, so that you attain the Nirbij Samadhi. All this can be attained within the body. Within the body means इसी lifetime में achieve कर सकते हो आप, if you are really good enough, or any other lifetime, but it can be very well done with a conscious planned manner. You can achieve that much. But Mahasamadhi is something when the divine will call you, then you will. Because then the celestial masters are involved, higher realms are involved. पृथ्वी लोक पे इतना ही काफी है, right? So that is how you need to connect with it. All right, let's have more people share. We are about to reach 10 o'clock. So 1 minute left. So let's have some more questions. Anybody who has any question, anything you want to share, please go ahead. No questions? Okay. So is that a stunned silence of Mahasamadhi information coming down? Or is it something else? Okay, let's have some
सर जो
people
ये
who
मतलब संजीव सर बता रहे थे ब्रीदिंग उसके बारे में, ये कौन सी टेक्निक, मतलब क्या किस चीज के बारे में बता रहे थे, मतलब सर मैं समझ नहीं पाई.
Priya, this is a program known as Life and Breath, जहाँ पर
Okay.
जो breath work का intense breath work which impacts your total body and mind at a very great level, ये वो breath work की practice के बारे में बात कर रहे थे.
we are
Okay.
talking
This
of
is
that
this-
3-day camp. We are talking of the 3-day camp in Delhi, 6th, 7th, and 8th
जो
October.
अक्टूबर में होने वाला है.
हाँ, उसी की
जी.
बात करें. I've already talked to you on that, right? So he is telling the
Yes, sir.
details of that program. So that program is actually conducted by
वही.
a Pratibam Trust.
जी.
Name of the program is Life and Breath. उसका 3 दिन का कैंप है दिल्ली.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
हाँ, वो आपने बताया था. Yes.
That is what we are talking about, right? So all the 4 people whom you can see in the front row here, Gunjan ji, Main, Sanjeev, and Amit, all 4 of us have registered for that program. Yes, and others are definitely looking to join in. So those who are interested should get in touch with us for any doubts and should register at the website that I told. So this is one part of it. Yes. Okay. Any other question? Otherwise, we close the session formally and then we have an informal chat. Is that okay? कोई सवाल? All right. And before that, let me just add something before we end the program. There is also one important event which is going to happen by the end of this month. All of us know that Shraddh days are coming. Mahalaya is there on 29th September. And that Shraddh period is from 29th of September to 14th October, right? And then from 14th October to 24th October, we have the Navaratris, we have the Navaratras. And then the culmination is on Dashera on 24th. So there is a very, very important period in this from 29th September to 24th October, which is a very, very powerful energies are there to heal. And this period is known for ancestral healing. So we have a very special healing cycle, which I have planned for ancestral healing, which is healing the genetic karma. So anybody who is impacted by genetic karmas, there are sometimes very, very serious illnesses, and the karmas of our ancestors show in our life, in our lifetime. So all these karmas can be healed very powerfully during this period. So this is a special healing program that I will be doing. And if anybody is interested, should get in touch with me. And you will see the post very soon by tomorrow or day after. I'll put the entire details there. But this is the period, 29 September to 24th October. And the energy exchange for this special healing is 3333. That means 3,333. So 4 3s. That is energy exchange. And for any detail, you need to get in touch with me. I can give you further details on that. Yes. So with this, we come to the end of the session and end of the program. Unless somebody has a burning question, then we will call it off. Last and final call. Anybody? Amit ji, any question from your side? Anything, any sharing from your side? Okay. Right. So in that case, we call this session to be completed today. So thank you very much for your participation. Enjoy a great day. Enjoy a great week. And till next week, Brahmasmi. Enjoy a great day. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Brahmasmi.
Now I'm